This is the solution to WEX 032. Okay, so the prompt is this, and then the first step of the student's work is this. So interpreting that would mean that okay, 25x squared, and then student is saying that this is equal to square root 25 multiplied by square root x squared. So that step is correct. So that's good. And then student goes on to say that this is equal to 5 multiplied by x. Okay, so this step to that step is good. This square root of 25 to 5 is good, but this square root of x squared to x is not good. So the reason why that's not good is because, in fact, the square root of x squared is the absolute value of x, not just x. So provide corrected work. So rather the correct answer would be that instead of making that green step, that incorrect green step, the answer would be that more along the lines of 25 x squared is square root 25 times square root x squared equal to 5 absolute value x. Okay, so on this one, this is in fact correct. So this is correct. In the end, the reason why it's correct is that just like similar to the one above, you know, we come to this, the cube root of x cubed, just like we had that right there, the square root of x squared. This is in fact x, and that is because 3 is odd. Unlike up here, where we were talking about the square root of x squared, and that's absolute value of x, because 2 is even. Okay, so this is wrong. This one is wrong because effectively here's the prompt: 25 plus x squared, and then the first step of work is that the student is saying this. So square root of 25 plus square root of x squared. This is not correct. It's not correct. And the reason why it's not correct is that the square root of a plus b is not the square root of a plus the square root of b. So that's not true. But, you know, comparing it, you know, you could say, note that if you change that operation from plus to multiply, so that it's a square root, like that, 25 multiply x squared, Well, that really is the square root of 25 multiplied by the square root of x squared. So that really does work. So the square root does distribute across the multiplication. It does not distribute across the sum. And then, you know, student, besides that first error, student also made that error. So first error and even a second. So the square root of x squared is not x. Provide corrected work, or slash answer, is that the answer is that in fact the square root of 25 plus x squared, like so, is already simple and cannot be simplified. Okay, so student performs this work here. So cube root of 8 and then equal to, so cube root of 2 multiplied by 2 squared, like that. So that first step is correct, because that is in fact a factorization of 8. And then student writes this, 2 multiplied by the cube root of 2. So, you know, it's hard to read people's minds just by looking at the paper. But in a sense, it appears that what student is saying is that they can take this pair of 2's and pull them outside, like that, as a single 2. And as a result, this step is not correct. Is that rather than pulling out pairs, so you can't factor out a pair of 2's. Rather, you have to factor out, so you can factor out a triplet of 2's because it's cube root. If it was fourth root, it would be a quadruplet. So corrected work would be something like, well, you could say this is, you know, 2, 2, 2, like that. So we've got a triple of 2's there, and all of them can come out, leaving, if you like, 2 multiplied by the cube root of just 1 there, and the cube root of 1 is 1. So, you know, just the answer is 2.